Afternoon. My name is Leo Ramos. I work with Group Power Systems out of Merced, California. We are the U.S. distributor for Lowe, original Lowe Pruning. And what I want to do is talk to you regarding the Lowe pruners, comparison to the other brands we have out in the market. There's a lot of hand shears, a lot of homeowners, and there's the professional line. So we have a lot of other brands. We compete with a minimum of 3 brands. Red and orange is their colors. And then we have imitation brands out there that similar, they look like us, but they're not us. They also look like the other brands that are out there also. So what I wanted to do is go over some of the cutting that we have with our tools, what we have to offer. Lowe has been around since 1923 out of Germany. They started the company back then with a tool that looks similar to this. This tool right here, it originally used to be, it didn't have any coating on it. It was metal. We still make that tool. It has a metal flip right here, but it's more, they were an anvil cut company. So if you look at this, it's all anvil cutting. Now I know everybody always disagrees that anvil cutting is not the way to go. Well, as we move forward with this anvil cutting is a better option than a bypass. I'm not saying bypass is bad either. They all have their benefits to where they use them at. So you get in the grapes, some people say the bypass is a better unit tool in the grapes. You get in the orchards, they'll tell you the bypass lopper is a better lopper. But when you start cutting with the original Lowe and you start seeing the cut and how easy it cuts, then you're going to understand what we're coming from. This unit right here, like I said, started in 1923. This is today's model. This is the 1104. This is a straight handle, straight blade. Everything about this tool and any of the Lowe tools is fixable and replaceable. You can repair it from the handles down. When you purchase a tool, it comes in a nice package like this, clear coated package, plastic, with the back side of it with the breakdown of the tool. It'll give you the part numbers right back here to what you're wanting to replace. So this particular tool, it has a leaf spring inside it instead of a coil spring. And I mean by a coil spring is something similar to this that we're all used to seeing in all our bypass tools. So this one right here is the original Lowe that started with the straight handle tool. That one was more designed for bigger hands. If you got a big hand, you want a good grip, you can reach out and grab it. Some people like this tool. Some people like the brother that has a curved handle. And what I mean by the curve handle, it curves this way. This one's straight up and down. This one is a little easier for smaller hands to grab and pull back. These will cut up to about half-inch cut. The blades come with a nice coating on them. And what's nice about them is the cut. So this is the original Lowe, what started in 1923. They're out of Germany. We're based in Merced, California. We cover the whole United States with this particular line. So I'm going to go through the tools with you. I'm going to start with the smallest tool, and then we're going to go right through the line. This is the 5107. This is my #1 tool in the nation right here. It's a smaller version of this tool right here, but it's a smaller one to grip. So this one here, we sell a lot to FFA departments, the floral departments. Floral shops are buying this one and this one. They're both the same. The difference is the tip. We do have some hemp farmers that are buying this one here for cutting, because it's designed for bonsai trees, but they're cutting it for hemp and all that also. But the nice thing about this guy here, like I said, everything's rebuildable, is it's the cut. So here we have a competitive brand, and you see this brand here being made by several other different companies. There's a lot of imitations out that look like this. So, but if you take this tool right here This is a dead eucalyptus tree limb, and you go to cut it, you hear a pop. Okay, little tough, little tougher. Here's a bigger one. You got to really push down on it, but you hear that pop. Now, if you take the 1107, let's just take the bigger stick, smaller version. It has an easier, cleaner cut, and this is why we have more ladies that like this tool, this particular tool right here. Now, if you're cutting green stuff, same thing. It's an easier cut, and you can see it. Doesn't bend, doesn't damage the vine, doesn't damage the outer skin of the product. But if you take the bypass, it smashes a little bit and damages the outside vine. Now, people will tell me, they'll disagree with me until we get out there and we show them. But you can't, it's a preference of what you like. If you're a bypass end user, sometimes it's very difficult to show you the product. But I'm telling you, once you get these tools in your hand, you're going to see. So when you cut, you're going to see the difference on the tool itself. This is the 5107. This is the 1107, which is the same to the one I originally started. It's a bigger bite. It has a larger cut. So this is dry. This pretty well dried up tools, but it cuts clean. And then we move into our newest version that came out with this, which is the 10107. It's a curved blade instead of a straight blade. And one of the things I didn't mention to you about the straight blade is most people complain about the anvil cutting because it comes down and it chops. Well, this one's not going to chop. What it does, it roll cuts. So when you go to cut, it's slowly cutting and it's rolling as it's cutting through. So you're basically getting a roll cut with it. So instead of a chop, you're getting a roll cut with it. So if you're looking at this, you're going to roll cut instead of a chop cut. What we did is we came out with the 10107, has a larger bite, a little bit farther out to grab, but it's a larger cut. So when you go to cut with this one, you got more of a bite back here to cut. So if you get a big bite, you're going to really have to have big hands to get that big cut. So I always recommend no bigger than a 1/2 inch limb to cut. But as you see it, it's roll cutting right through there. So like I said, newest one to the line. This is the 10107 curved blade. Now what we did is we took the 8107 and we made this guy. We used the 1 and the 8 and converted and made a 10107. So if you look at them, the same blade, different tool. This one right here is a little bit different. It has a coil spring in it. The blade replacement on this is basically right here. You just take that off, slap the new blade, pull it off, slap the new blade on. Has an adjustment for your cut, for your handles. You can adjust it in. So what you want to do, if you want to decide your grip, you can take that little set screw and adjust it. It gives your grip a little wider there so you get more of a comfort grip. So then you have to adjust the little screw here on the to bring that in. So, but this tool here has been a great tool for us too. Like I said, it has a coil spring. It also has more of a padded handle. People like this one. Your anvil's on the outside, so you can replace it, but it does the same thing. But these are all dead limbs right here. Here's a wet one. It's not wet but dead. It's kind of a combination of both. You get a clean cut. Anytime you cut anything dead, it's always hard. So you're gonna have a lot of tear on the limb itself. What's nice about this guy here is it comes in a couple different styles of handles. We have two handles right here. This is a 104 and 107. if you look at the 107, this one was designed for smaller hands, so it curves up and comes in this way, so they have a better grip. So if you look right here, the 104 and the 8104, it has a bump here and a bump here. So this one was more designed for the bigger hands, so you have a bigger grip. You have a better grip on it. So we have a couple styles for your hands, so you can feel comfortable with it. One of the newest ones that we do very well with in nurseries, home centers, amusement parks, is for rose gardens. This is our rose tool. This is a bypass. What's nice about it is if you have your roses and you're all bloomed up, most of the time you're taking your pruners and you're going to have to hang onto the rose and reach out and cut it. And sticking your hands in the thorns and hanging all that. What's nice about this is a grab and hold. So as you stick it in there, the rose, and you stick it in, it's going to cut and grab the vine and hold it for you. So it's one of the real nice ones. This is our 16107. This one's doing very well in the market, and so I wanted to show you that. We also make a bypass, a couple different bypasses. This 12 and the 11. This is a 12104 and 11104. They're small. They're just a typical bypass. They look like everybody else's, but you have a smaller blade and a bigger blade. These come with a big coil spring there. These are really good in the grapes and the vineyards for us. They do come with roll handles. So all our tools will come with a roll handle if you did more for arthritis, carpal tunnel, so when you're cutting it rolls and it makes your cut feel a lot better. And then we have our big bypass, which is a 9107. It has a coil spring, nice grip, heavier duty blade. This one would go against our competitor line, and one of our competitor lines, this European, and so we can compare this with them straight up. If you're completely a bypass person, we do have bypass pruners. What we do a lot out here in the West right now is been selling a lot of the anvil. Guys are really liking the cut. It's simple, easy, everything. Like I said, we compete with a lot of the brands out there. The other thing I want to go over with you is how thick our handles are. They're aluminum. They're very thick on the inside. What's nice about them is this is our 22080. This is our #1 lopper in the market right now, being in the orchards. A lot of the government agencies, cities and municipalities really like this tool. What's nice about it is if you look at the handles, they're oval, so when you go to cut, the strength is all right here. Flexibility is on the side, so we've never had anybody break a handle. They broke the blade before anything. The blades have a lifetime warranty on them. These units here are about 5 years old, and they're everywhere. The only thing I ever would say you would ever replace on this guy is going to be the anvil here. It's about $14 for replacement, and it's because you have double-edged blades, and it develops a rut on the middle, and so that rut gets bigger, and so you go from out here to in here. Notice we have no bumpers in it because the anvil cuts it. This one is very, we get a lot of likes on this guy and how it cuts. It's going to be a preference on it. One of the things we do like about it is this unit right here. A lot of municipalities and schools love this tool because it can cut PVC pipe. It doesn't break it. It's a clean cut. You're repairing a sprinkler, you got roots in the way, they go in there and cut the roots away, they get in there and cut the pipe, and then they mend it. Schedule 200 does very well, Schedule 80 does very well. 200, it will press it. If the pipe is old, I don't care how old it is, no tool is going to be able to cut it. It's going to break because it's brittle. But if you have a new pipe and you need to cut it, it's very clean, because you're going to just be right there and see how it goes through there. It's a clean cut, very clean, no bevel on the sides. Why? you know, like I'll show it again, municipalities and school districts love this tool for that purpose. So um, get it in the jaws, get a good squeeze, and it's good as how straight as you want to get it, but it comes through, gives a clean cut. When you cut this, this is similar to one of these guys. So you have a very clean cut. We have 4 sizes in this. This is the 32 inch. We also have a 40 inch, we have a 26 inch, and a 24 inch, I believe. This 32 and 40 are our top 2 sellers in the market. 40 inch is your height. I have guys that are short like myself. 40 inch works great. You can reach up. Now with the guys that are over 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3", on that area, they like the 40 inch because they don't have to bend over to reach his cut as much. So the advantages of both, it's there. We also have our bypass pruner. If you don't like the anvil, we do have a bypass. One of the things I didn't mention on the 22080s, this is the 21065, is our pivot bolts locked on, so it's not going to come loose on you. A lot of the other competitors, bolts back off and you got to tighten them down before you use them. You never have to worry about this. Our bumpers on our 21 series are a little thick. No issues. So we've had a couple we've replaced, but nothing major. Holds up very well. So you don't have a little nub. You actually have a good bumper right there that connects. Our 31 series, this is our grape lopper, lightweight. We're still working on this model with the grapes. We do have a lot of people that are buying them more and more, but you know, they're lightweight, and you know, they're professional tools. And remember that when you look at pricing and all that. You know, our pricing is the quality of our pricing is the quality of the tool. So you know, this is an awesome tool, and the people that do use it love it. And you know, they will never go back to the other brands that they're out there. We do have, our dealers have little pamphlets, trifold pamphlets like this, that will open up, give you a look at all the tools that we have to offer for Lowe, and then all the loppers that have to offer, and a little bit of a description there regarding on Lowe and how we started. You know, I'd recommend, if you're interested into with the Lowe product, is look up a local dealer. We have a few dealers in Southern California. Central Valley has a few. We have some in the Northwest up in Oregon, and we're still looking for more dealers nationwide. We're looking for dealers in the Washington State, Idaho, Montana, everything west of east of California, Arizona. You know, vineyards, orchards, you know, but everybody that has done these, that have switched over from our brand, especially on the loppers, and I'm going to go back to this, the government agencies will never go back to the other brands. They stick to these. The guys take ownership in them, and they love them. It's nice to walk into some of the government places, colleges and all that, universities, community colleges and school districts, and the guys just love these tools. Like I said, I appreciate your time. My name is Leo Ramos. I'm with Brute Power Systems out of Merced, California. We are the U.S. distributor for the Lowe. Reach out to me if you have any questions and want to talk about the Lowe pruning. Like I said, we are looking for dealers. And once again, thank you for your time.